You know the old adage about all press is good press? Yeah, I sometimes wonder about that. I mean, take this headline here and the accompanying lawsuit, which you and I will look at in just a minute. But look at this here. Take-Two sues fans, porting the original Red Dead Redemption to PC. How does that read to you? You know, for some people, they would look at this and say, well, Take-Two, they're going out and protecting their intellectual property. There's a lot of money at stake here. Maybe they'll actually port this over. So, of course, they can do that. Heck, they can let it languish on shelves. They can let it never do anything because that's their right. Many people, however, they see this as the proverbial backhand of fans because somebody went out, they had the audacity to like a product enough that they would go in and create a labor of love, so of course they have to be put in their place. How many companies can actually wiggle out from that kind of headline? I mean, ask Blizzard how many times you can get hit with that before it costs you something. And while I think Take-Two, you know, they're in a position where it won't hurt them, still, you always have to wonder again, headlines, are all headlines good headlines? Are all press, is it all good press? So hey there. So today we are returning to that wonderful world of litigation where we basically have an intersection with video games, and this stuff, it happens again and again. Now, if you haven't heard about the history of this, we'll go over it very briefly. We'll talk about the team in this too, and then we'll talk about some of the lawsuit, what it's saying that it's doing, and, you know, a few aspects here and there. Before we do that, however, if you like this kind of content, you enjoy this, you want to help out the channel, consider subscribing to it. It could definitely use your help, and thank you in advance. Also, if you'd like to go out, interact with the video, this drives this stuff forward, and well, it makes it appear for everyone. These days, apparently notifications, they go out to about 8% of folks, so yeah, if you see it and you drive it forward, likes and comments, that's definitely appreciated as well. And thank you for listening to that. So, we're talking about the original Red Dead Redemption. This is a game, obviously, that had a huge impact. You know, we're talking Xbox and PlayStation. People loved this game, but PC gamers, they never got their chance to go out and have fun with it. They asked for it too. And they asked for it, and they asked for it. And Take-Two Interactive, they never relented. They just never responded in giving you that. Now, they did take Red Dead Redemption 2 and put it on console, or put it on PC only a year after it was released on consoles, but you never ended up with the original Red Dead Redemption on PC. That led to Red Dead Redemption Damned Enhancement Project, saying that they were going to take the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 version and port it over to PC. Now, I think that this video is interesting, too. If you want to go out and you want to see what they were promising, I think that this trailer, it actually was interesting. And I would play it for you. But, of course, I don't want to deal with the people out there that are filing lawsuits. Even if you think it's a fair lawsuit, I do not want to deal with them by playing something they could say is their product. But what you were having promised here was not only a port over, but you were also having a better version as far as graphics, and you're going to have additional features added to this. It sounded interesting, and like I said, you can go out, you can check that out. It looks like this, though, it's going to come to an end as of December 26th because Take-Two, they have gone out and filed a lawsuit against the development team. Now, as far as that lawsuit goes, it sounds a little something like this. They go in and they tell you the nature of it, and there's a few parts to this, so let's just go over that. So Take-Two brings this action to maintain control over its world-famous video games in the face of Wyckoff's publicly stated intent to distribute unauthorized software files that would dramatically change the content of Take-Two's video game. Those unauthorized changes include, but are not limited to, importing the entire game map of 2010's Red Dead Redemption to Red Dead Redemption 2, enhancing graphics and visuals to Take-Two Red Dead Redemption game, and allowing players to play an enhanced version of the game on their PCs, a platform for which Take-Two itself has not yet released the Red Dead Redemption game. Plaintiff is a leading worldwide developer, publisher, and so on here. They tell you about that. And while the Red Dead Redemption games are a part of that series, they take place on different game maps, so they explain how that works. In contravention of Take-Two's intellectual property rights and in breach of its limited software warranty and license agreement, Wyckoff has created and intends to publicly release 2 software projects to create unauthorized versions of the Red Dead Redemption games. Although Take-Two has repeatedly asked Wyckoff to cease and desist, he refused to honor Take-Two's request, forcing Take-Two to take action against him. So they say here, first of all, that they did ask for a cease and desist action, and that was refused. I think that is an important thing to note. It didn't just come out of the proverbial blue, but I would be interested to hear more about that. Continuing, the first software project that Wyckoff has announced modifies and alters Red Dead Redemption 2 to add the full original game map to the Red Dead Redemption 2 game map. This significant alteration of Red Dead Redemption 2 would dramatically change the game experience, reduce the interest for players wanting to pick up a PC version of Red Dead Redemption 1 or a add-on map product, and deprive Take-Two of control of its valued product. The second software project that Wyckoff has announced, which he calls Red Dead Redemption Damned Enhancement Project, would import modified game files from GTA 5 Red Dead Redemption to vastly improve the graphics and performance of the game, which players could then use to play an enhanced version of it on PC, and thereby destroying the market for an official updated version from Take-Two and creating competition for Take-Two's PC version of Red Dead Redemption 2. Could you imagine that this person might actually put out a better version of the game than the official games? That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Wyckoff apparently believes the Red Dead Redemption 2 project and the project files are permissible because they purportedly will not work with multiplayer versions. As he explained, basically he's written code and is going to brick that, but they go on to tell you that users, they could easily circumvent that and they would be playing this stuff in multiplayer as well. Moreover, Wyckoff portrays himself as a hobbyist who is creating the infringing programs for free, but he actively solicits donations to fund the development of his unauthorized projects, which he then uses to drive followers to his social media and streaming accounts. What a monster. He takes some type of donations. He probably goes out. Man, if he's streaming, he takes those super chats, and you know what kind of terror that is. But you see what they're saying there anyway. Wyckoff is well aware of the Red Dead Redemption project, and the others are unauthorized and infringe upon their rights because Take-Two had hoped to resolve the parties' dispute without requiring judicial intervention. It contacted Wyckoff prior to bringing the lawsuit and demanded that he cease his willful and infringing conduct. He not only refused that, he indicated that if Take-Two tried to stop his project, the infringing files would be leaked by him or others. So he decided to threaten them. That's what they say. Outside counsel for Take-Two then contacted him again, reiterating Take-Two's concerns and requesting that he confirm by no later than, so they give him a date. He failed to do so, however, leading Take-Two to conclude, based upon this, that he would go out and do that. He has gone out, they say, knowingly, intentionally, willfully infringing on the rights and so on. They talk about the Copyright Act of 1976, and they go on with this. You know, they tell you about the video for it, how he goes out, how he identifies himself, and so on. I mean, they talk about the money that's collected here. They talk about how the donations set up, everything within it. And again, when I talk about all of this stuff, I am not trying to take sides in this. I'm simply talking about what's going on. But with this stuff, again, I always find things like headlines fascinating because we know that 9 out of 10 readers are only headline readers. And well, again, all press is good press. Yeah, that idea, it seems to fall apart when you look at stuff like this. So you tell me, what does this sound like to you? What do you think about this? Isn't it crazy there? Anyway, Let me know what you think. Now, ending this, I want to thank you for showing up. I want to thank you for participating. Too many places out there, they forget that. They forget exactly why endeavors work out. I never want to be like that. Yes, I can talk into a microphone all day freaking long, but if nobody shows up, well, then you're partying alone. So, if you want to help out with interactions, that's awesome. But you spending time here, that matters. So thank you. I do appreciate you, and we will be doing this again soon. Also, if you want me to follow up on this, you want any more information about it, I would be interested. And if anybody wants to do, like, say, an interview or anything, I would do that as well. Thank you.